My name is H.A. Goodman, and I'm an author, columnist, and journalist. I want you to listen to this, and I want you to see if this is some tyrant, madman, satanic, totalitarian, fascist dictator intent on grabbing power and consolidating political might within the United States of America. If so, we have to put a stop to it. President Trump at a fundraiser with audio obtained by CNN. Thankfully, he didn't use sound systems to drown out the media like Hillary Clinton did during her fundraisers. This is Donald Trump.
And the president spoke kindly of that and suggested that it was a good idea.
So Xi Jinping is consolidating power in China. So Trump is kind of not poking fun, but you'll see right now the pearl clutching producers at CNN, and you can rest assured Rachel Maddow and everyone else, they're going to say, "Oh my God, Trump's a dictator. Oh my God, what are we going to do? Hillary, oh my goodness, Russia cheated you. We need you back." Because Hillary Clinton is not a dictator at all. But here's President Trump.
That President Xi made that move. Take a listen to this audio obtained by CNN from that fundraiser.
Don't forget, China's great, and Xi is a great gentleman. He's now president for life. We'll have to give that a shot someday.
So he said, in a joke, maybe I ought to give that a shot someday. I'll read the CNN Politics article. It'll be linked below. That's why this channel is always in good standing with YouTube. And I talk about topics that are not discussed in the mainstream, because I always link to reputable sources or to sources that are read and viewed by millions of people. CNN is just one example. President Donald Trump bemoaned a decision not to investigate Hillary Clinton after the 2016 presidential election, decrying a rigged system that still doesn't have the right people in place to fix it, during a freewheeling speech to Republican donors in Florida on Saturday. First of all, this is all by design. There is an ongoing FBI Clinton Foundation probe and an FBI email probe. A DOJ email probe. Just go ahead, go to the Google, FBI Clinton Foundation probe. There you go. FBI launches new Clinton Foundation investigation. January 4th, 2018, The Hill. So it's already taking place. DOJ, Clinton email sessions, probe. Justice Department looking into Hillary Clinton's emails again. DOJ prepares new probe of Clinton email server January 4th, 2018. It's going on right now. The writing's on the wall. The indictments will take place. So, but I'll continue to read. In the closed-door remarks, a recording of which was obtained by CNN. Wow. What would we do without CNN? Trump also praised President Xi Jinping for recently consolidating power and extending his potential tenure, musing he wouldn't mind making such a maneuver himself. Oh my God. Oh my God. Tyrant! We can't let this happen. He's now president for life. Now, he's great. And look, he was able to do that. I think it's great. Maybe we'll have to give that a shot someday. So it's obviously a joke. It was funny. It's even funny reading it. And that will be taken out of context for the next couple of days. And then it'll be, oh my goodness, I wish we had Hillary Clinton. But what's worse, that comment or Clinton says U.S. could ring China with missile defense. Gee, what a wonderful non-fascist, non-totalitarian leader. WikiLeaks reveals Hillary Clinton vowed to ring China with missile defense. Well, I'll read you the Chicago Tribune article. Chicago Tribune, Hamilton 68, Orwellian Democratic Party thought police. Chicago Tribune. Can't take exception with that. Clinton says U.S. could ring China with missile defense. Hillary Clinton privately said the U.S. would ring China with missile defense. Quote, ring China with missile defense. If the Chinese government failed to curb North Korea's nuclear program, a potential hint at how the former Secretary of State would act if elected president. So not only is that insane, dangerous, maniacal, and would be definitely a danger to national security, but you have the issue of President Trump being viewed as this wild leader, while Hillary Clinton, for some reason, is viewed as the more pragmatic leader. She's never been pragmatic in any way, ever. We know this now from the WikiLeaks emails, of course. Clinton's remarks were revealed by WikiLeaks in Clinton campaign chairman personal account. The emails include a document excerpting Clinton's private speech transcripts, which she had refused to release. Gee, wonder why. A section of China features several issues in which Clinton said she confronted the Chinese while leading the U.S. State Department. Just a little side note, in my book about her top secret emails, and I'm still working on book 5, you will love book 5. She met with Chinese officials while her server was unencrypted. Her server was unencrypted during the first 3 months of her utilizing a private server. Interestingly, her first 3 months of emails are missing. Gee, I wonder where they went. Maybe they're alongside 4 years of Brian Pagliano's emails that are also missing. When people talk about fake news, they don't talk about Loretta Lynch meeting to speak about golf, Brexit, and grandchildren. They don't talk about Clinton stating she used a private server for convenience. And they certainly don't bring up, well, the State Department just lost them. They don't know where they are. The State Department doesn't know where Pagliano's 4 years of emails are. Pagliano, by the way, set up Clinton's server. Gee, you think he knows something about why she utilized the server and how information like special access program and top secret intelligence was transferred from CIPRNet, Secret Internet Protocol Router Network, JWIC's Joint Worldwide Intelligence Communication System, and SCIF's Sensitive Compartmented Information Facilities. How did they remove the information from those safe locations within the U.S. government onto her private server? Well, Pagliano knows, but the fake news is that his emails are just missing and they're nowhere to be found. That's what's called fake news. See, it's fake news. The ridiculous, when the notion that people's viewpoints, their votes, are affected by articles talking about Hillary Clinton having sex with the Wolfman on Jupiter. Nobody votes because of that. And the whole thing, you want to go into certain conspiracy theories or whatever, nobody votes because of those conspiracy theories. The conspiracy theories regarding Pizzagate or whatever, if you don't think it is, all I'm saying is these extreme narratives are the result of hatred of Hillary Clinton. They don't precede the hatred. They're a consequence of the fact that she's reviled by so many people, both left and right. So it's not like, oh my God, if there just wasn't fake news, people would be informed in their decision-making, and they would obviously choose the most qualified candidate for prison, Hillary Clinton. No. She had favorability numbers that rivaled President Trump's But see, Trump has redeeming qualities. He's amusing. He's funny at times. He has a personality. He has a certain type of charisma. Clinton has negative charisma. She has no charisma at all. In fact, the most human side of her I saw months ago when she was drunk. And she said that activist, this is a profanity alert, but it was her that was saying it. She goes, what did she say? She was just drinking, and she said, yeah, this was during the Women's March, and she said, activist bitches, protesting or marching for bitches. Something like that. Something to that effect. And I said, for a second, my God, this person is human. She tried to make a joke. Okay, where am I going with this? I'm saying that there was no fake news. There weren't Facebook ads. There weren't Twitter bots. Nobody was influenced away from Clinton. If the choice was Clinton and anyone, the person running against Clinton would be boosted by the fact that so many people dislike her. She never had a foreign policy decision that worked out. Iraq, Libya, let's not go into everything. We can go into everything. Since we're on the foreign policy decision making, before her murder, Berta Cáceres singled out Hillary Clinton for criticism. The presidential candidate has ignored criticism for her role in enabling the consolidation of the Honduran coup. Before her murder on March 3rd, Berta Cáceres, a Honduran indigenous rights and environmental activist, named Hillary Clinton holding her responsible for legitimating the 2009 coup. We warned that this would be very dangerous, she said, referring to Clinton's efforts to impose elections that would consolidate the power of murderers. And then Berta Cáceres was murdered. And gee, how many people have lost their lives within the... Well, let's not go there. So this is a very, very courageous woman in Honduras. One of Clinton's many foreign policy debacles. Can anyone name... then there's the Russian reset. And then, of course, there's Uranium One. So it's endless. This is a person who was propped up by the Clinton name, by her husband. It's not sexist to say. She would not be in politics if she wasn't a first lady. That's not sexist to say. That's just a fact. You can't continually fail and move upwards. So you can't continually make horrible decision after horrible decision. Barely circumvent scandal after scandal. Have a counterintelligence at the FBI delete 5 references to gross negligence, Peter Strzok, just so you don't get indicted under 793F of the U.S. Code 793F of the Espionage Act. But don't worry, the writing's on the wall. And the paradigm shift is going to be like that. People are fickle. The media is fickle. And you see it with rock bands. You see it with celebrities. They're on top 1 second or decades, and then in a heartbeat, nobody wants anything to do with them. Clinton right now seems omnipotent, that nobody can touch her, but guess what? Like I just explained, there are email probes. There's an email probe and a Clinton Foundation probe. But the big issue is, let's get back to the WikiLeaks email talking about ringing China with missile defense. A section on China features several issues in which Clinton said she confronted the Chinese while leading the U.S. State Department. China has harshly criticized the U.S. and South Korea's planned deployment of a missile system against North Korea, which conducted its 5th nuclear test this year, but Clinton said she told Chinese officials that the U.S. might deploy additional ships to the region to contain the North Korean missile threat. If North Korea successfully obtains a ballistic missile, it could threaten not just American allies in the Pacific, quote, but they could actually reach Hawaii and the West Coast theoretically. We're going to ring China with missile defense. We're going to put more of our fleet in the area, Clinton said in a 2013 speech. So China, come on. You either control them or we're going to have to defend against them. Is this Trump speaking or a Democrat? If Trump said those words and he brought ships into the region already, and he's a Republican, if Trump said those words, it would be spun into, oh my God, this guy wants a nuclear catastrophe of epic proportions. He is out of his mind. What's wrong with him? He's maniacal. He has a death wish. He wants to go ahead and, have a nuclear confrontation. But Clinton said it, and it's just okay. Look, American politics is a high school cafeteria. It's like a high school where there's certain kids who think that they're the cool kids. And these kids happen to control the media or are producers at CNN or whatever. And they don't realize that the whole school views them to be a bunch of tools. But they kind of have some status. That's exactly what American media is. It's just a small bunch of the Washington Post, the New York Times, the MSNBC, CNN, and then the subsidiary channels like TYT on YouTube. There are some people at the Young Turks I love. Jimmy Dore I think he's great. But I'm just saying there are subsidiary channels on YouTube. You know who they are. From the CNN lights on YouTube. And it's just, they're so clueless. They don't realize why Trump won. They never knew he would win. In 2015, I had the pulse of what was going on. Said if it was Clinton, Trump wins. And they still don't realize that 60 million people didn't vote for him by accident. Wasn't an accident. Wisconsin didn't vote for him by accident. Ohio, Pennsylvania, Michigan. The tariffs, he's going to win the Rust Belt states. Doesn't matter whether it's economically sound. Doesn't matter. He is a great many people. Some people say it is. Good for the economy. But that's up for debate. But he is at least going to bat for American companies. That's the way a great many people in Michigan, Pennsylvania, Ohio, Wisconsin, that's the way they will view this. And Democrats focus only on Russia. This is a profanity alert from my 18-minute crowd. And I've been getting messages lately that people watch up to 30 minutes, and I want to thank you for that. It means a lot to me. It means a lot to me that anyone would want to hear my voice for 30 minutes, so I just want to thank you. But this is a profanity alert. The fucking clueless Democrats are so stupid. They don't realize that the average American doesn't care about Russia. This isn't the fucking Cold War. Nobody cares about... We've been there, done that. We went through the McCarthy era. We went through the Cold War. The Berlin Wall fell. We are not worried about Russia. And you know how much Obama was worried about Russia? He presided over the sale of 20% of U.S. uranium capacity. You're not fooling anyone. The only people who believe this nonsense about the Russian hacking crap are the diehard loyalists who will always, always, always vote Democrat. The more you think about it, all of this nonsense is just to ensure that voters who did vote for Clinton vote again for the Democratic nominee. They're not going after new people. This isn't some kind of master strategy to get independents. Independents are laughing at them. Independents are independents because they don't believe in propaganda that says Russia's out to get you. That's why a person would be independent. That's why a person wouldn't. I'm still a registered Democrat. I have to fix that. But I'm still a registered Democrat. So up until this year, I always voted Democrat, or last year, or 2 years ago. I voted Jill Stein. I wasn't influenced by Russian propaganda. But all of this is just, it goes back to, they're going to spin Trump's comments. Oh my God. Oh my God. He's going to go ahead and he's going to be a tyrant. He's going to stay there forever. He's going to stay president forever. Oh my God. Oh my God. What are we going to do? Passed by Congress in 1947 and ratified by the states on February 27, 1951, the 22nd Amendment limits an elected president to 2 terms in office, a total of 8 years. The 22nd Amendment will save you, CNN. Don't worry. Don't worry about it. Just focus on the Russia bots. Focus on the Russia bots and save us from Facebook ads that were seen after the election. You freaking doofuses. You're the biggest losers on the planet. Not just CNN, but MSNBC, all of them. All of them. Rachel Maddow's the best. The phony indignation. Her election night, Cenk Uygur and Rachel Maddow's election night meltdown is the stuff of legends. And when they realize that they're not going to win the Senate in 2018, in 2018, this a couple months from 5-6 months from now, in November, Democrats aren't going to win the Senate. By one estimate, there were 20 toss-ups, and I think they need 24 seats flipped. So I don't know how but the 20 toss-ups, of course, that was like 3 months ago. But now there's like 28 toss-ups. Because, oh my God, gotta spin it too. Well, what does Nate Silver say? If Nate Silver says the Democrats will get the House, then they probably won't. He said, in my last segment I explained, he said there's a 2% chance that Trump becomes nominee. 2%. How did he phrase it? If you want absurd specificity, the arrogance of people, it's unbelievable. It's unbelievable. If my track record was like the track record from Nate Cohn or Nate Silver or the Democratic strategists, I'd have no viewers on YouTube. But they get away with it. They get away with it because they preach to the choir. The choir is, Clinton's going to win. Oh my God, she lost. It must be Russia. We'll get him back. Midterms. Oh, that's not going to work out. Midterms won't work out for them. They're not going to win the Senate. So that will be bucking history. They should win the Senate, but whatever. So ringing China with missile defense is okay. Then if you want to go old school, let's just go old school. China, Bill Clinton, Lincoln bedroom. Let's just go old school. Lincoln bedroom for contributors controversy. Wikipedia has a way of they have the best titles for Clinton scandals. They Bill Clinton sexual misconduct Wikipedia page. It's just, Whitewater Hillary Bill Clinton Wikipedia page. It's just Clinton okayed Lincoln bedroom for contributors. February 25th, 1997. Well, look at that. Isn't that special? Remember SNL? When it was good? The church lady? Was it the church lady? Well, isn't that special? Was it even the church lady? I don't even know. Can't remember. Clinton okayed using Lincoln bedroom for contributors. I remember China being involved. The 1996 United States campaign finance controversy was an effort by the People's Republic of China to influence domestic American politics prior and during the Clinton administration. Wow. Man behind Lincoln bedroom fundraiser scheme defends Clinton. Well, of course he would. We'll just go to Wikipedia. Or not. Or was it? Maybe I'm getting. Chinagate. Okay, so 1996 United States campaign finance controversy. The 1996 United States campaign finance controversy was an effort by the People's Republic of China to influence domestic American politics prior to and during the Clinton administration, and also involved the fundraising practices of the administration itself. G. While questions regarding the U.S. Democratic Party's fundraising activities first arose over a Los Angeles Times article published September 21st, 1996, China's alleged role in the affair first gained public attention when Bob Woodward and Brian Duffy of the Washington Post published a story stating that the United States Department of Justice investigation into the fundraising activities had uncovered evidence that agents of China sought to direct contributions from foreign sources to the Democratic National Committee before the 1996 presidential campaign. Gee, does that sound familiar? Then let's go to Terry McAuliffe, Chinese billionaire. So the reason I'm doing this is just they're going to spin Trump's comments on Xi Jinping when the reality is that the Democratic Party they're hypocrites when it comes to China, and they have scandals associated with China. Virginia Governor Terry McAuliffe took $120,000 from a Chinese billionaire. Terry McAuliffe's latest scandal, just the tip of the iceberg. Virginia Governor Terry McAuliffe, the top Clinton operative who holds elected office, is under investigation yet again. By the way, what happened to that investigation? He was under FBI criminal investigation. Oh, by the way, Terry McAuliffe's political action committees, they were involved in giving $750,000 to $1.2 million to, Andrew McCabe's, the number 2 at the FBI, his wife, her political campaign. Virginia Governor Terry McAuliffe, this time the top Clinton operative who holds elected office, Virginia Governor, is under investigation yet again. This time it involves $120,000 given to McAuliffe's gubernatorial candidate by a billionaire who served in China's communist legislature. McAuliffe's business and political dealings have raised questions repeatedly. For example, in the 1990s, as McAuliffe set records raising money for the Clintons, congressional investigators uncovered a Chinese government scheme to funnel money to the Clinton operation through a number of business people, including a man named Charlie Tree. In that case, 94 people either refused questioning, pled the Fifth Amendment, or left the country. Sounds like a Clinton scandal. 94 people left the country or pleaded the Fifth. That's all you need to know. At this point right now, the indictments are going to take place, but at this point right now, if people watch this channel from the Trump administration, and I've been told they do, whether or not they do, it's fine with me. Just tell the president or tell somebody in the White House that at this point right now, it's the preservation of the country, it's national security. Hillary Clinton is a national security nightmare in terms of endless scandals and in terms of her stranglehold on the Democratic Party and the influence from the Clinton Foundation, which is a giant money laundering scheme. You have a Boeing scandal, weapons deal scandal, UBS scandal, Chicago commodities trader scandal, and then, of course, the $10 billion stolen from Haiti. We can go on forever. Not everything's a coincidence. Not everything can be a coincidence. And I just read you scandals that took place in the 90s. The Clintons, it's not that the Clintons are innocent. It's that they've found endless creative ways, with the help of the media, to circumvent responsibility. When they're caught with their pants down, literally, Bill Clinton, well, this is, excuse my language, profanity alert, well, it was just a blowjob. Oh, what can you do? It's just a blowjob. Come on. Don't be square. And the Clintons, they have a special place in the hearts of Democrats because you had 8 years of Reagan, 4 years of Bush, you had 12 years of Republican rule, and before that you had Jimmy Carter, who I think is an honorable man. But you didn't really, the Democratic Party was lost. Or at least it didn't have the influence it once had decades back, before the 80s. And so the Clintons brought political power back to the Democratic Party. What they did was legitimize corruption. And they legitimized corruption through the media. With media help, I should say. So when I say it's self-preservation for Trump, they're going after him in the most disgusting manner. They're going after his kids. They're going after... I mean, nobody is safe. So Trump would be stupid not to just have Sessions abide by the law. But like I said, there's already a DOJ and FBI probe ongoing. And guess who? One U.S. attorney of the 17 new ones was a Rudy Giuliani law partner. But when it happens, just remember all the times that I kept, hammering it down, saying, okay, it's going to happen. Here's why. What we've learned in the past couple of years is that American politics, there's a paradigm change in a split second. The morning of November 8th, 2016, Cenk Uygur and Rachel Maddow were expecting to have 8 years of the first female president, named Hillary Clinton, who is a walking criminal. At the end of the night, they were ushered into a very, the stark reality that everything they thought was going to happen, the opposite took place. Within a day, within hours. Same thing will happen when the indictments take place. But give me your thoughts below. CNN's going to spin this. Oh my God, did you see what Trump said? Obviously, you hear the laughter. So, give me your thoughts. Share this segment everywhere. Subscribe to this YouTube channel. And I just want to thank everybody, whether you've been here from day one or you just subscribed. Tell your friends, whether you have conservative friends and family or liberal friends and family, or if you're just independent, go ahead, tell people about this YouTube channel. As my voice grows, your voice will grow as well. And I want to thank you for listening. Hit subscribe right now. Thanks a lot.